So, time to now take you through the starting grid for X30 Junior, the final. There will be an absentee. Noah Grenier not taking part in the superheat this morning, has not exited the dummy grid and will vacate 9th position. But Aurelio Giustinelli, the leader after the final intermediate classification, will start from pole position. We're joined on the front row by Henze Racing's Adam Vida. Fusion Motorsports' Stig de Rademaker will line up on the inside of row number 2 and will be joined by Timio Rifla from RSD Karting on row 2. Antoine Duval from Euro Karting will be joined by Alexandre Point from Victory Lane on row 3. Bengt van Scheindel and Ludwig Granqvist round out row number 4. Row 5 due to have Noah Grenier starting on the inside of that row, but there will be a gap, and Yannis van den Bosch will be on 10th position on the grid. Lucas Pellizzari and Antoine Boots round out row 6. Jose Halfen and Ben Gotts round out row number 7. Danny Beurs and Didier Krieft round out row 8, with Sacha Duquet and Len Gökman rounding out row 9. Aurélien Lemaire and Sjoerd de Vries round out the top 20 drivers according to the starting grid, with Maurice Verkroijs, Lorenz de Kock and Mathis Mouche completing the 23-strong grid, meaning that we will have 23 starters. So for all remaining finals, ladies and gentlemen, it will be 14 minutes plus an additional lap. So as with X30 Mini, X30 Junior, the winner of this event and becoming the Winter Series champion will not only take a golden ticket for the IAME Warrior Finals at Valencia in late October, early November, they will also get a set of slick tyres. That will be the same for the top 3 when it's confirmed for X30 Mini. Then there'll be a guaranteed spot for the IAME Warriors Final for 2nd and 3rd, and they will also each get a set of slick tyres specific to their category. So the drivers need to get into formation very, very quickly as we head into the tram lines. Drivers instructed to slow. Revs up. Lights on. And lights are out. We're underway in the final. And a bit of a wide sweep around the outside. Goes Adam Vida. Steamrolls his way to the race lead. And Aurelio Giustinelli finds he's been passed around the outside into turn 2 by Stig de Rademaker. There's a 5-kart scramble coming out of turn 2. One gets shoved wide, and that was a Fusion kart. Oh, and there's been a little bit of a tussle coming out of turn 3. 2 karts coming together, one having a bit of a sideways momentum towards the left-hand side of the rear axle, but manages to hold on. Field makes its way through Chemin de Fer for the opening tour of this 14-minute plus an additional lap final. Humidity has dropped all the way down to 61%. Northeasterly wind of around 4 kilometers an hour, and air temperature now 5 degrees Celsius. But let me tell you this, the tarmac is lava at the moment here in the X30 Junior final. There's a bit of bumping between Timio Rifla and I think maybe Ludwig Granqvist from Sweden, who's just behind teammate Bengt van Scheindel from the Netherlands. They go through turn 3 now, being followed by Alexandre Point from Victory Lane. Now the 104, trying to keep it on the inside, gets ahead, stays ahead of Bengt van Scheindel. So Scheindel left the door open slightly, I believe, and did so. So the Swede is up in front of the Dutch driver as they make their way through Escargot once again. Fastest first sector so far is Stig de Rademaker, 38.068, about 3.5 hundredths of a second quicker than Adam Vida, who at the moment had a 0.3 of a second lead, but now that's been halved. And 57.675, 1 3/4 tenths taken out of the race leader by the man in second. And De Rademacher up the inside through at 3. Dives through with plenty of room to spare. But here comes Adam Vida to try with the counter-attack on the run to turn 4, but can't make it stick. Into Chemin de Fer, they go again. And this is going to allow the likes of Aurelio Giustinelli and Antoine Duval to close the gap. Duval, unfortunately, having a technical drama and retiring in the latter half of the superheat earlier on. Giustinelli's just gone purple in sector 1. Duval has set a personal best. De Rademacher has set a personal best. And Vida, this time around, was about half a second slower in the opening sector. Now the gap has gone from 0.15 of a second in the favour of Vida, and that's a 4/10 of a second swing in the favour of Stig De Rademacher, who leads by a quarter of a second. Giustinelli now gets the gap between second and third to a second, having just posted the fastest lap of the race. And there is Panama's Jose Halfin challenging Yannis van den Bosch for 9th place. The Panamanian driver's done really, really well this weekend and has improved race by race. Biggest movers at the moment. Aurélien Lemaire started 19th, now 14th. Maurice Vercroys up from 21st, now 16th on the road. And we are fast approaching the conclusion of the opening 4 minutes of this 14-minute final. And De Rademacher and Vida line astern. New fastest lap by the man in second. Into turn 2. And into 3. Vida just keeping De Rademacher guessing. Keeping his playing cards close to his chest. And then when he says, well, I've got 4 of a kind, then it could be game over. But there is still plenty to go in this race. If Giustinelli and Duval start picking up the pace, which they both are doing, well, 37.3 by De Rademacher, fastest purple. Antoine Duval has just answered that with a 37.185. The son of WRC driver and also Rally Australia winner Antoine, and the grandson of René, who also was known very well as a rally driver. Antoine Duval showcasing that the Duvals are very, very happy on tarmac as well as on varying different surfaces. But Duval really putting Giustinelli under pressure. New fastest lap of 56.616 for the driver, the 123 from Euro Karting, as they go through into turn 5. Now it's got to be a case that Duval has got to get through on Giustinelli. Might wait until the start-finish straight to try and have that slipstream and get through on the 136 from RSD Karting. Just under a minute and a half to go until half-time. And Duval has the slipstream. Now the closing rate of speed happens as Adam Vida passes Stig De Rademacher like he was standing still on the start-finish straight. Duval serves one up the inside and gets through on Giustinelli for P3. And the gap between second and third last time around after 6 laps has gone down to 1.1 seconds. Okay, Ben Gotts has just had a 5-second time penalty issued by race control, having been designated as pushing. We've had one off of turn 3, and that is part of, I'm wondering what that is. That's the front bumper off of somebody who has not made it through out of turn 3. Could have been a 3-wide moment. So driver is on their own feet. That's a good thing to see. And what's more, not only is Antoine Duval and Aurelio Giustinelli now closing in, they've got to Aaron Vida, and Duval through on the inside at turn 3 for second. Giustinelli waiting in the wings. And that looks to be, oh, that's Danny Burrs, who's just walked past the camera. I thought I recognised the livery, normally with WJS. And Aurélien Lemaire has also gone off. That might be the other kart involved. So now there's an opportunity. Stig de Rademaker is going to try and bolt away into the distance. But you can sense there's a few ears burning, myself included, of maybe to see what Antoine Duval has left in the next 6 minutes and 20 seconds, plus an additional lap. Timur Rifla, who started this weekend on Heat 1, 2 and 3 as the pole sitter, started fourth, now currently now started fourth, down 2 places at the minute, is the 128 from RSD Karting. And now, going to keep an eye on the sector times. Duval was slightly slower than de Rademaker through the previous run through Sector 1, but he's just had Adam Vida get past him. Now, what these three have got to try and do is close in that gap. It was a second after 8 laps. After 7 laps, the top 4 were covered by less than 8 tenths. Lap 9 completed. De Rademaker leads Vida, Duval and Giustinelli. Then it's a further 3.5 seconds back to Pink von Schendel, who has got Timur Rifla closing in on the rear bumper rather quickly, and they are line astern into turn number 3. Rifla now has the new fastest lap of the race of 56.363. Into Chemin de Fer here on lap number 10. There is still an opportunity for these drivers in 2nd, 3rd and 4th to close in on the race leader. Stig de Rademaker made an impromptu appearance in X30 Junior late last year in October when Yamis Series Benelux held their season finale and hit the top step of the podium. I had a chat with his dad earlier on this weekend. He said, yeah, Stig always says that I'm frightened. Well, if it's good nerves, you know, like butterflies in the stomach, then that's fine. And he said, well, he's still a pain in the backside anyhow. That just goes to show how things can, you know, when you speak to the parents or the family of the driver, you always get some nice little hidden tidbits. Danny Burrs has just been given a 5-second time penalty, despite retiring from the race for causing the collision. So insult to injury there for the 147, I'm afraid. But the gap between the top 4 still is at 1.1 seconds. Now, the big question is, has Timur Rifla gotten up into 5th place past Pink van Schendel from the Netherlands in the 107? Go on to lap number 12. De Rademaker's lead was 8 tenths. It's now 0.58. So De Rademaker's last lap, 56.671. Vida, 56.421. Duval, 56.484. Giustinelli, 56.434. Vida and Giustinelli set personal bests. Duval 17 thousandths off of his personal best of the race so far. And Rifla is ahead of Van Schendel and is quicker than the 4 in front. But the gap's quite monstrous, 3.5 seconds to try and close in on this quartet at the front end of the field. And now De Rademaker is being reeled in, hook, line and sinker by the 3 behind. So we could have a grandstand finale for this X30 Junior final. Antoine Duval. Oh, and Stig de Rademaker's slowing. De Rademaker slowed on the start-finish straight. And straight away, Duval and Giustinelli went right past the 116 from Fusion Motorsport. And De Rademaker had to pull to the left-hand side of the start-finish straight. Oh, he's frustrated. Yeah, he's not getting the drive he needs. Oh, this is drama. Stig de Rademaker, heartbreak in the superheats, and now in the final, he's off of the top 3. He was leading until he went across the start-finish straight to start lap number 13. And now it's going to be One-on-one at the minute between Adam Vida and Antoine Duval. Stig de Rademaker in the opening sector. Get this, 38.047. Duval was the quickest with a 37.220, was 0.8 quicker because of that drama. And now Duval is sizing up Vida, won't chance it through 3. Now into 4, de Rademaker is dropping back. Oh, that's a real shame. He's gonna try and get it to the checkered, but he's got Hifler and Van Schijndel closing in. Heartbreak for the youngster from Belgium. De Rademaker in contention, and now it's fallen away very, very quickly indeed. He's going to do his best to hold on to 4th place, but even a win, even a podium is out of sight for the youngster from Fusion Motorsport. 2 more laps remain. On to lap number 15 we go. It's Duval in second versus Vida. It's Henze Racing versus Eurokarting. And now through into turn 3. Duval up the inside for the race lead. Duval gets through by a whisker. And Vida started to do the counter-attack once again. And I'm sad to say this news. It's heartache again. 2 races in a row. Stig de Rademaker retires from the race lead. And now we have 1.36 kilometers, 66 kilometers to go next time around. And it's one of Eurokarting's very own who's going to lead us on to the final lap. It's Antoine Duval, Adam Vida in second. Last lap underway. Vida gets through. And the thing was, Duval was not going to fight it that much because he knows that Vida's now the one that's going to have all the pressure on his shoulders on this last lap. And through into turn 3. Now into 4. Justinelli is closing as they head in the run towards Chemin de Fer at breakneck speed for the final time. Vida defends from Duval. Justinelli could factor into this. If we go 3 wide across the line, it's going to be a tough one to call. Out of escargot. 3 more right-handers, then the run to the finish line is all that remains. Duval looks over the right shoulder into the final corner. Adam Vida is going to push his way forward, but here comes Duval with a slipstream. Is he going to go for it? Well, it was close, but it's Vida. Vida from Duval, from Justinelli. Top 3 covered by 0.233 of a second after 16 laps. But Henze Racing and Adam Vida take the spoils of Winter Series Championship glory by 66 thousandths. Vida takes home provisionally the Winter Series title in X30 Junior, and with it a set of slick tyres and a gold ticket to the Yami Warriors final in 2025 later on this year in Valencia. Antoine Duval, well, was close, but still will go to Valencia later on this year. Fantastic racing, clean as you like. But Vida had Duval's number. Vida wins ahead of Duval, and Justinelli rounds out the top 3. Well done to Timio Hifler from RSD Karting to round out the top 4 ahead of Bink van Scheidel. Lucas Pellizzari rounds out the top 6 ahead of Falcon Racing's young Swedish hotshot, Ludwig Granqvist. Watch out for this driver this season. Antoine Boots, Lorenz de Kock round out the top 10. Lorenz de Kock makes up 12 places to finish in 10th. Alexandre Point, Didier Klieft, Ben Gotts, Jose Halfen, Maurice Verkreuz, Len Gökman, Kurt de Vries, Sacha Duquet and Mathieu Smouch round out the finishing order, with everyone finishing on the lead lap. Stig de Rademaker retires with technical difficulties on lap 13. Aurélien Lemaire and Danny Boers on lap 7. Noah Grenier, a non-starter. Next up, It's the Senior X30 final.